Welcome again one more time, where I will be continuing this series about the 8 laws of health, and how by incorporating these laws and practicing these laws in our daily lives will help us to live healthier, happier, and more meaningful life. All right. So I've already explored sunlight. I've already explored exercise, and I've already explored water. So for this week, I'll be exploring basically how sleep works, how basically sleep can getting enough rest and enough sleep is not just for just sleep sake, but what really happen when we get proper rest, proper sleep. Okay. All right. So adequate sleep and downtime are essential for repairing our tissues and restoring energy, right? So when we get adequate sleep, we feel no more energized, right? Because in when we're sleeping, our cells, right, and our body, basically overall how God made us is being repaired. All right. So welcome again, and thank you for joining me, right? Welcome, 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 and thank you very much for joining me. Okay. So how does basically sleep work? Sleep works just like you eat well, you stay hydrated, and exercise regular. Getting enough sleep is essential for your overall health, and I've mentioned sleep basically when you get deep, and we're going to go into different stages of sleep, right? Because I didn't even know about these different stages until I started doing deep research, right, in order to prepare for this presentation. All right. So why is it really important for us to get better sleep, or to get proper sleep then? All right. So when we're sleeping, it's basically a period of time when regeneration of our entire body is being carried out, right? Physiological regeneration is being carried out when we are asleep. So a full night rest delivers a wide range of mental and not only physical repairing is being done, also mental repairing is being done when we are sleeping, right? So sleep is a complex biological process made up of several stages that cycle throughout the night, right? So we not just sleep and it's just one stage for the entire night. These stages go on for the entire night. We go in a different sleep stages. All right. And these stages include rapid eye movement, which is called REM, right? So we go in this in the REM stage, and we also go in the non-REM stage, right? So non-REM sleep, right, and each plays an important role in restoring the body and brain. All right. So what is non-REM sleep basically? And non-REM sleep can be described as quiet, physical repair sleep, right? And non-REM basically stands for non-rapid eye movement. So in this stage of sleep, you don't really have rapid eye movement going on, right? And during this stage, your body focuses mainly on physical rest and repair. Yes, right? And in the non-REM stage, you have different further breakdown of different stages in the non-REM section, right? So stage one in the non-REM stage, because basically there is 3 stages in the non-REM stage. 3 stages. First, you have light sleep, and then now you have a deeper light sleep. It's a light sleep, but you go in a bit deeper. And then now you have the third part now, where you go in this deep sleep for the non-REM. All right. I remember non-REM is no rapid eye movement, right? You know, we have any rapid, your eye not moving. Okay. All right. So for stage one, for the light sleep, what goes on in stage one? So stage one basically is when you are just beginning to fall asleep, right? So at that stage now, your muscles, they start to relax, okay? And then your heartbeat and breathing slow down, okay? And in this stage, you can be awakened easily. Yes, you're easy. So basically in this stage, it's like you're basically just dozing off in this stage, right? So stage 2 now, which is still in the non-REM stage, where you go in this deeper light sleep. So it's a little bit deeper than the first stage, which is light sleep. So in this stage now, your body temperature drops, right? And also your heart rate slows further down. And what happened again is that your brain now begins to disconnect from the outside world. Okay. And now the third stage, when you go into deep sleep, all right? So what happened in this stage? So in the third stage now, this stage is where most of your sleeping time is spent. Yes, in this deep sleep. All right? So what basically happened? This is the deepest and most restorative sleep, meaning the body repairs muscles, bones, and tissues. Yes. And this is a stage in which growth hormone is released. All right. And the immune system is strengthened as a result. And it is difficult when someone goes in this deep sleep. It is very difficult to get them to wake them up. Yes. So in this stage, the third stage, at the non-REM stage, it can be classified as a repairing stage. Well, you basically gone to the repair shop in this stage. All right. And this is where major maintenance is underway. Yes. All right. Now we're going to explore the REM stage, because remember before I mentioned there's two stages, two major stages, the non-REM and the REM. All right. So now the REM, now we're going the REM part of sleep now. What does REM stand for? REM basically stands for rapid eye movement. And why? Because the eyes move quickly beneath the eyelids. Yes, you are sleeping, but then your eyes are moving, and they are moving quite rapid. And that if you stand up and look at a person who is sleeping, you realize, say, they must sleep, but then their eyes are closed, but they realize, say, there's movement underneath the eyelid. Yes. Why is this so? In this stage, most dreaming occurs. Yes. And also, the brain is very active in this stage. Yes. And memories are processed and stored. Right? And also, learning and emotional health are supported in this stage. All right? And guess what happened? The body's muscles are temporarily relaxed to prevent acting out dreams. Right? So, most of our muscles, when we reach in this REM stage, right, and it's a deep stage, in this deep stage, most of our body parts are relaxed, temporarily paralyzed, right? And I'm going to explain that to you if you don't understand. All right. For me, it doesn't really happen since of lately, but I remember I woke up one time and then I realized that I was awake. I was aware of everything that was going on. Sun is shining. Everywhere is bright. I hear persons talking, vehicles driving outside, blowing their horn. But guess what happened? Hand can't move, foot can't move, right? I can't move my body part. But my eyes, my eyes are working, my brain, everything working. And I can't even talk either. I can't say anything. But yet I am aware that of other persons talking and stuff like that. But I can't move, I can't walk. All right. While doing this research, they're saying that because of we dream in this stage, right? So now our body parts are temporarily paralyzed. And research is saying that basically science states that reason for this is that when we dream, we don't really act out the actual dream, right? So if, for instance, We dream that we are playing football. So although we are dreaming that we are actually on a football field playing football, right? The reason is that why our body parts are paralyzed is that we don't get up, right? While in the dream we get up and running and kicking and stuff like that. We don't actually carry out whatever we are dreaming. If you dream that you're driving a car, you know, you get up in your sleep and go outside and get in the car. So that's the reason why you're, according to science, that's their explanation for it. Why the reason why we are temporarily paralyzed. But they say the reason, upon doing the research and reading, they're saying the reason why for this temporary, what do you call it, paralysis, why when your brain wake up before your body, it's like some miscommunication or some signal was sent, and then now your brain wake up and then your body part is not fully woken up as yet, because how it is supposed to be done is that both your brain and your body is supposed to wake up at the same time, right? So they are saying now that it's like your brain wake up before your body, before your hands and your feet, the rest of your body I should say is actually up, right? Okay, well, so REM, also continuing in the REM stage. REM, so basically we can think of REM as REM sleep as a brain's filing cabinet and training center, right? So the brain organizes information in this stage, process experiences in this stage, and strengthens memory. So basically, if we see like in the REM stage, we realize that the REM stage mostly focus when it comes on to our brain, right? Yes, that's that. Yes. Also, all right. So both stages are very essential, right? So guess what happened now? If you miss deep non-REM sleep, that is the first stage, right? Your body does not recover well, right? So you may wake up and when you sleep, but you feel tired, you feel drowsy, you feel lethargic, right? And if you miss the REM sleep also, where you dream, where your whole memory and all those brain activities go on, right? And it also involved with your mood, right? It can really affect how you perform the next day, because your brain didn't get enough rest to restore, right? Yes. So, and this will further affect your memory, your whole mental capability, right? How you function the next day regarding your cognitive skills now to think quickly, right? And also when it comes down to your emotional mood, you might become depressed. You don't get enough rest, so you're grumpy. You feel depressed. You don't really feel upbeat. You're not as alert or as focused. You know, you're just in a one grouchy mood. Yes. So without enough REM sleep, people often experience difficulty concentrating, poor memory, right? Irritability, and emotional stress. Yes. So further on, in regards to health benefits of sleep, right? So over time, consistently good sleep can strengthen our immune system, also improve our emotional resilience, and it just basically support our overall long-term well-being, right? So as I said before, when we get enough rest in the REM stage, this now help us now to be more alert, right? More energetic. And remember, your mind control your body, right? Yes. So your brain, all of those, and your brain basically control what goes on in your entire system. So if you never get enough rest, you can ensure so your brain rejuvenate. It will affect your overall whole body function. Okay. All right. And guess what happened? As I mentioned before, when you get enough rest, your mood and your mental health, yes, it really affects your whole mood and your mental health, as I've mentioned before, right? So you not easily get frustrated, you are not anxious, even sad, You're now more upbeat, ready to face a new day, take on whatever challenges the day brings, right? And research has found that persons who get inadequate rest or inadequate sleep are at a higher risk of experiencing mental distress and detracts from their emotional and mental health. Yes, yes, yes. So getting our rest is very, very important. Very important. Very critical and very important. Also, other benefits that we get from getting a good night rest are our muscles and our bones. Yes. When we get a good night rest, right? Your body build muscle, repair tissue, all of the tissue damages that you had is now being repaired. It may not happen like one night, but getting your proper rest at night, it help you to heal over time properly, right? Yes. And guess what again? I remember when you're asleep, that is the time your body releases the growth hormone, which help to do this. And the growth hormone, no, that is not the only time, but the growth hormone is at a higher level at that time when we are asleep. Okay. When it comes on to your heart, quality sleep promotes cardiac health. So when we sleep, our heart rate slows down, right? And when our heart rate slows down now, our blood pressure decreases, right? So getting good sleep also reduces inflammation. And we know that inflammation, chronic inflammation, it works against our body, damages our blood vessel, our cells, damages our organs, and our whole cardiovascular system is being, strained. All right. So a lack of sleep is a risk factor for cardiovascular problem. You don't get enough sleep, you're going to struggle, high blood pressure, heart attack may even come, God forbid, stroke, heart disease. So getting proper rest is very important. Guess what happened now? Getting proper rest also, when it comes on to our blood sugar control, yes, it really helps in that sector, in that area. So studies have shown that good sleep can contribute to better metabolism, including blood sugar regulation and a reduced risk of diabetes. Yes. Reason being, blood sugar provides energy to the body, right? But when blood sugar gets too high, the pancreas produces insulin to keep it under control, right? However, metabolic problems such as type 2 diabetes occur when insulin can no longer effectively bring down blood sugar levels, right? Here what happened now. Deep sleep helps the body's cells respond to insulin, right? So if you have followed up with the other 3 videos, right? The other 3 laws, you would have realized that sunlight helps, exercise helps, and when we drink water really helps. So please ensure you go back and watch those videos and the channel, right? So you will learn a lot, right? Also, deep sleep helps the body cells respond to insulin, right? Which may explain why poor sleep has been linked to an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Yes. Also, as I've mentioned before, sleep plays a role in memory, focus, and other aspects of thinking and cognition. Right? So during sleep, waste is cleared from the brain, paving the way for improved brain function. Right? So Sleeping well supports concentration, right? And all of those have been over all of these. I won't go back over it because sleeping well, it really improves the way you concentrate the next day. You're more alert, more focused, more logical. You can reason more logically. Yes. Higher level thinking. Plus, when we get insufficient sleep, we not sleep good. It all a very judgment, right? It impacts your judgment. You can't make good judgment. Not getting enough sleep may heighten the risk of making poor decisions because of impaired attention. You're not pay attention, you're not focused enough, right? So there's no decreased concentration and clouded thinking. Your thinking is not so clear, right? As a result. It bolsters the immune system, right? So getting enough sleep enables the immune system to function more effectively and protect you from illnesses, right? So research has found that good sleep enables the cells of the immune system to better remember and identify potential threats. So during sleep, your immune system can also combat persistent low-grade inflammation. We know inflammation now plays a role in several chronic diseases, right? Yes. And guess what happened? A long-term lack of sleep has been linked to higher chances of getting a cold or other viruses because your immune system is now compromised because you're not getting enough rest. Alright? Getting enough sleep supports stress. So getting the sleep you need every night can help manage stress. Studies suggest that sleep offers relief to the brain cells that are under stress, right? So waking up refreshed may also help reduce feelings of irritability and anxiety that can worsen stress. Yes. So what are some of the tips or some of the methods that we can incorporate so we can get better sleep? Are some practices that we can really put in place to get better sleep so we can function better and function at our best every day, optimal health, function at our highest every day, more alert, more focused, especially for persons who are managers, who are supervisors, who are CEOs. You need to, be at your best when it comes on to alertness, when it comes on to critical thinking, making decisions, all of that. All right. Okay. What you can do is, if for coffee lovers who love caffeine, what you do, because remember, caffeine is a stimulant, right? It provides a boost of alertness, yes, when consumed in the afternoon or evening. But guess what happens? It can make it difficult to fall asleep. So what can you do? Have your coffee or your caffeine, whatever you're having with caffeine, whether drinks that has caffeine or whatever you're having that has caffeine, you have it like in the morning or in the day, but not go down like in the, say as you soon go to your bed. They're going to keep you up. Alright. Nicotine, right? Found in cigarette. Using the evening is associated with more nighttime awakens. So nicotine can keep you awake. Yes, but you can't hard to drop asleep. So you smoke cigarette, bedtime, time for you go to your bed, and you go smoke cigarette and all of these things. Those nicotine keep you awake. Also, alcohol. Yes, it might make you drop asleep, right? Make you sleepy. But guess what happens? It actually reduces the quality sleep. Because guess what happens? Alcohol suppresses REM sleep. And remember, in REM sleep, what happens in REM sleep? Your brain, that is where the repair in your brain goes on. So yes, alcohol make you drop asleep. But then when you go into that REM stage, you're not going to get, because it suppresses all of what should happen in the REM stage. All of the brain activity, the brain repair, all of those things. Alcohol really work against it. So although you sleep, you wake up drowsy, you wake up like tired, you wake up like you never get no rest. You can't really think straight, your mind still foggy. That is what happens. Alright. So, one of the things you can also do is to get sunlight. Yes, in the morning, you get your 10 to 15 minutes morning sun. Right? And how does it help me to sleep at night? Alright. Melatonin is often called the sleep hormone. Right? So, during the day, sunlight suppresses melatonin production. Right? So, right, in the morning, when you wake up, the sleep hormone, can you wake up, your body maybe still in this because sleep feel a little bit, sleep is sleeping, not really fully awake. You still have a little sleep thing the way you want to sleep. There's a drowsiness in thing going on. So, what happens when you get that sunlight now? That sunlight suppresses it, keep it down. So that's how come you feel alert. When you get the sunlight, you feel alert, more alert when you go get the sunlight. Right? Because it really suppresses this melatonin sleep hormone. Alright, but guess what happened now? So you feel more alert and awake. But guess what happened now? As darkness arrives, the brain begins now to release the melatonin again. Right? So you start feeling sleepy. Yes. So it is said that persons who get enough daylight exposure, especially in the morning, often produce melatonin more effectively at night and fall asleep more easily. Because that's how God make us to function. So he make the sunshine for us and he make sleep for us. So he make one if he can activate the other one. See it? It's a little of everything. He make us to be, no one something. A little of everything. Work together in harmony so we can function efficiently. Yes, sir. As I always say, God no make mistake. He just know what he do. Okay? And another thing what you can do is to avoid screens before bedtime. Screens, computer screen, phone screen, tablet screen, TV screen. Here what happen? What is the downfall of these things? Setting electronic devices aside for at least 30 minutes before bedtime can make it easier to fall asleep. So like phones, tablets, computers, and other screens, what they basically do, they stimulate your mind and make it more challenging for your brain and body to wind down. Right? Why is this so? How do they stimulate your mind? Right? Instead of screen time, right? Sleep experts advise developing a relaxing routine for the hour before bedtime. For this routine, choose a restful activity such as reading or thinking or taking a warm shower or bath. Right? And doing this, it creates a smooth transition to falling asleep. But how does really screen really affect sleep? Alright. Remember now, melatonin is the hormone that that help you to feel sleepy when it get dark. Alright. So your brain start producing melatonin. So your body is preparing for sleep. But guess what happens now? You see when you look at the bright screen, the light enters your eyes. And what does this blue light do? So the brain now receives a signal that it is still daytime. So guess what happened to your melatonin production now? It did put on pause and hold. Yes. So guess what happened? You now feel sleepy again. As a result of this blue light that enters your eye and sends signals to your brain that it is still daytime. So it nobody produce, hey, hold on there no man. Nobody produce the melatonin hormone yet, which is a sleep hormone. It is still daytime. So it's like this light now will trick your brain. Yes. So guess what? You feel less sleepy. You take longer to fall asleep. Right? And you end up not get enough rest. So basically, screens, they shift your body clock, right? I remember, as I mentioned, although after doing this series, the 8 laws of health, I promised that I would do a series, no, a video describing our whole this circadian rhythm, this circadian rhythm, which is otherwise known as our body clock, right? How this body clock really work, right? All right. So using screens late at night can push this rhythm later, making it harder to fall asleep at a healthy time, right? And you won't wake up feeling refreshed. You're not able to focus. For students, you won't be able to focus in class. You won't be able to concentrate. You won't be able to be alert. You won't be able to memorize and remember anything that you have been taught before. Because it affects your memory. Yes, it affects your focus. It affects you being alert to hear what the teacher is actually saying. You can't retain anything because you didn't get enough rest. Right? So, and it's not basically just the light. It's the content that whatever you're really watching or whatever you're really doing on those screens. Because guess what? Watching videos, playing games, scrolling social media, reading exciting news, responding to messages can keep your brain stimulated when it should be winding down, right? Your body may be tired, but guess what happened? Your mind is still alert. Okay, yes, and it really works against you. So put it away. You know, it's bedtime. Have a set time where you go to your bed, and when you soon reach to that time, at least 30 minutes, put them all away. To an hour, put it away. Use that time to pray. Prayer time, and then put it away, pray. Go to your bed. Read the Bible. That's what persons say when they read the Bible, that's the time that they fall asleep even faster. Alright. Read up, get out your Bible. Read some Psalms, some Proverbs, some Ecclesiastes. Learn about life. Yes. Especially Proverbs. Teach you a lot about life. And the Psalms. Read some Psalms. Yes, man. Some prayer. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, exercise during the day. Right? And two things also which really help you to get better sleep. Exercise as well as going to bed without your stomach full. So you stop eating, you know, your bedtime is supposed to be 9 o'clock. You stop eating at least 3 hours. Your last meal, have your last meal at least 3 hours before you go to your bed. Right? You don't eat, you know, you go to the bed in the next 5 minutes. I hear you sitting down, eating all and watching TV on the screen, on the social media, scrolling and eating and go to bed with one big belly full. That works against your system. Alright? So daytime exercise can make it easier to sleep well at night. As in, it can be beneficial to exercise outside, as sunlight exposure during the day may also support good sleep, as I've mentioned before. Right? So how does exercise influence getting a good sleep? Exercise improves sleep by increasing deep sleep. Right? Meaning, well, exercise, it helps to regulate our internal body clock, which is the circadian rhythm, right? By guess what happens? Well, exercise, it boosts melatonin production. So sunlight boosts it, exercise boosts it. This melatonin production, right? So when night comes, it is now dark. More is being released. Yes, and the more melatonin is being released, is a better rest for us. All right, so it is an increase. So consistent activity makes it easier to fall asleep faster and increases the restorative stages of sleep. All right. So eating at least 3 hours, having your last meal at least 3 hours before bed. How does that really affect your sleep quality? All right. So experts typically recommend avoiding heavy meals for at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. As reason for this, empty stomach can help you sleep better because it allows your body's internal systems to focus on rest rather than digestion. Did you know that whenever we are digesting, our digestive system is working? It takes a lot of energy to digest food. Yes. So instead of your body now should be focusing on repairing body organ, it has to focus now on digesting all of that food that you eat. Right? So this leads now to deeper, more, and when we go to bed on an empty stomach, this leads to deeper, more restorative sleep and fewer nighttime awakening. Means you wake up fewer time for the night. You're well rested. Right? So what are the side effects of lack of sleep? So lack of sleep causes immediate daytime fatigue, brain fog, irritability, as I've mentioned before, long-term chronic sleep deprivation. So chronic sleep deprivation, you are deprived from getting good sleep. Your immune system it's compromised, right? And this can and raise the risk of having serious health conditions, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes. Our cognitive function is now being declined, as in we can't remember our memory. We have memory problem issues. We have mood instability, right? Yes, you have mood swings and all of these things. And as I always say, remember, your health is your best wealth, right? So get proper rest. And person might say, how long should we sleep per night? Well, for each person, it basically varies. Because you know, babies would sleep much longer, right? Babies sleep up to 12 hours. Some babies, because some babies, they wake up for tea, some will go right back to sleep. But as for us adults, it is said 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours. But persons not sleeping so long again. As persons go to bed with work on their mind, they go to bed, as some persons work really late until how many hours in the morning. Right? But remember, for optimal performance, you need to get sleep, proper sleep. Right? And if you go to bed with a lot on your mind, you're not going to be able to really get proper rest and sleep. So you remember, put away the screen, take up your Bible, find a book, find something, and you have like a reading before you go to. That will help you to transition into sleep faster. And remember, nobody all you feel you feel for something to eat. Allow your body to focus instead of being full up your belly. Allow it to now focus on restoration than digestion. Alright? So thank you for joining me once again. Thank you. I hope you really learned something and really, get to experience or get to know about something that you did not really know before. I hope it was an eye-opener. Right? And just don't know it, but put it into practice. Right? Yes. Put it into practice. Because to know a thing is one thing, but when it becomes beneficial now is when you really start to act it out and put it into practice and actually do it. Okay? It doesn't make sense you know it and you don't really do it. Alright? So, blessings, 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 and thank you.